I'm getting a little bit nervous, Joe. I'm getting a little bit nervous. Yes, people, welcome back to the 1894 for a brand new video. Today, myself and Joe want to talk about the Premier League title race. The time of recording is we have just drawn with Crystal Palace 0-0 last night in Selhurst Park. It wasn't a bad game by any means from our point of view. It just was one of those nights, I think, where no luck is on your side. You know, you hit the post a couple of times, you miss an open net a couple of times, you get in behind a couple of times, but you just can't get the ball in the back of the net. Now, yes, many of you will say that's where you may need a striker, or a striker would be helpful. That's probably true. But what this means for the league title race is now we are currently on 70 points. Liverpool are on 66, and they have that game in hand. So Liverpool can now go 1 point behind us in the league. The league race is well and truly on. The title of this video is, are Man City bottling the league? My short answer is no. Joe, what do you think about this?
My short answer is also no, because even if Liverpool do go on and win that game, we are still ahead of them. It is still well and truly in our hands. If we don't win it, it'll be because of us. It's, you know, we do this all the time. Arsenal on paper, especially due to form for Liverpool, which is the game that'll be midweek in a couple of days from now, the time of recording, we get a little bit of hope that they might get a result. They might nick a draw or something. We get a little bit of hope, and then Liverpool go and win 2-0 and it's easy, and you go, well, what was the point? So, yes, it's getting a little bit concerning that we've not scored for 2 games again, which is almost unheard of under Pep. Like, I think I saw something today about it's happened twice this season. It had only happened once before under Pep. Like, it's not good. But I do ultimately think that we're not bottling it. Palace are on a good run of form. It's a place where the pitch wasn't in the best of conditions, let's be honest. I think it was a horrendous pitch. And look, we've still got to play Liverpool. I think that game is ultimately the title decider for me. I think that it's up to us. It's up to us. The pressure's on, and we usually perform well under pressure. I don't think we're bottling it. We've had a couple of, we've dropped a couple of points here. Liverpool have been on an amazing run where they just haven't dropped any points. And, maybe their time will come soon, and, we'll question what we were worrying about in the first place.
I am getting a little bit nervous. I won't lie. I'm getting a little bit nervous.
Starting to get a bit shaky, you know? I mean, I'm a little bit...
But this is what we love as football fans. We love these title races, and we've been here before in terms of battling for a league with Liverpool. Granted, yes, we've generally been the ones chasing them, closing down the gap, and then eclipsing them and winning the league. This is our first time, but we have been in a race before. Now, I've got Liverpool's fixtures up here beside me, and I must say, this makes me a little bit happier than I was. I mean, I'm glad I wasn't on the review last night for the Palace game, because I possibly would have been a little bit reactionary. But I've calmed down, I've assessed the situation, and I've realised, yes, they have the chance to go 1 point behind us. But they do have quite a tough run in, Liverpool, I think it's fair to say. We've played pretty well everybody, I think, home and away in the top 6, bar Liverpool, of course, who we had to play in the Etihad, and we'll get onto that game now in a sec. But Liverpool have to play Arsenal this Wednesday. Arsenal are in very good vein of form right now. They're brewing quite well, Arsenal. They're growing nicely. They have a good, strong, young team. And I think at home, under the lights in the Emirates, they could give Liverpool a bit of problems. They've got Liverpool play that high line. Arsenal have players like Odegaard who can play balls in behind. It's just up to the likes of Saka, Martinelli, and maybe Lacazette and all to come through with the goods. But we'll see. They've also got ourselves. They've got Villa. They've got United. They've got Tottenham. Southampton gave us a tough one as well. Down in St Mary's, Liverpool have to go there. So there's plenty of opportunity here for Liverpool to drop points. But the main thing is here, it is like Joe said, it's still very much in our hands. Even if Liverpool do win their game in hand, we are still 1 point clear. I think as long as we can still go into that game in the Etihad, Joe, 1 point clear, we're in a very, very good position. You said it, you think that game will decide the race. I think it will. I think this will hopefully kick us on now into a run, and hopefully we can bounce back with, I think it's at Brighton or Burnley we have next, and get a win there and start building towards that game in the Etihad and have a proper hit out. The 2 best teams in England, arguably the 2 best teams in the world right now, having a hit out, going head to head, see who comes out on top. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the 2 best teams in Europe right now are City and Liverpool, and we're blessed to be witnessing it right now. Obviously, we're in the position where we've got the better of them over the years recently, and look, it could get worse. with a certain someone coming in the summer. But that's the future. We've got to focus on the right now, and that Liverpool game suddenly becomes a must-win. You know, we were 4 points clear. It was sort of if we get a point, we'll be all right because we won't lose anything on them. But, you know, just the 1 point clear, or, you know, you'd imagine just a 1 point clear, it becomes a must-win. Like,
They have the goal difference as well.
Yeah, they have the goal difference. We cannot afford to go level because they will just go above us in goal difference. And look, I think it's absolutely absurd that we are in this, you know, position considering, you know, the stats. I think they have like 3 of the 4 top scorers in the league and we're still ahead of them, which is absolutely mental. Like, they have so many goal scorers in that team. We have so many creators, and look, it's an all-out battle, and it has been for years. And I remember at the start of the season, I did my my Premier League predictions, and I thought Chelsea would get second. I didn't know how Liverpool would react, considering they didn't really make any signings, and you know all they had was players returning from injury. But it just shows how bad they were last season, like how unlucky they were last season that they were so far behind, so that they've gone from, you know, almost not getting top 4 to they're in a title race. So it's, again, it's up to us. We know we can beat Liverpool. We seem to not have their number, but we seem to be, you know, pretty decent against them at home. I'm glad it's not in Anfield, because that'd just be so much, like, I'd be proper nervous. I'd think it'd be well and truly in Liverpool's hands if it was at Anfield, which luckily it's not. But no, it's in our hands, and look, if we lose it, it's our own fault.
Yeah, look, you have to give credit to Liverpool for closing the gap down the way they have, and it's our own fault, you know, dropping points to Southampton and then losing to Tottenham and all that kind of thing. But I still fancy us. This team has character. They're together, and they have all the ability in the world to hopefully see this out. It's going to be a really exciting few weeks. Every single game now becomes a cup final. Either team slips up, it's advantage to the other team very quickly. So we just have to hope teams like Arsenal and United and Tottenham can do a job for us in Liverpool's run-in, and we have to do our job in all our games and hopefully do a job over Liverpool in the Etihad on that day, 10th of April. We look forward to it very much. Leave all your thoughts on this title race, the result last night. Where does this... Are we bottling it? Are we going to go on and hopefully take momentum and hopefully build off this dropping of points last night and get better and get back into a run of form? Let us know all your thoughts. Leave a like as well on the video if you would. It helps us massively. And subscribe if you're new. We've just passed 2,000 subs. We're on the road to 2.5k now. Join the community. Get involved. And we'll see you very soon. Good night and God bless.